So Anime Expo started today. This is the first year since my wedding year that I haven't gone to day one. Except for obviously the last 2 years where COVID canceled it. So Adam Sheehan says, in case anyone was wondering if the crowds are coming back to Anime Expo this year. Now, this is what it looks like every year. This isn't anything special. Apparently I double-clicked that one. Been here 10 minutes. Lindsay Leverage still at AX. Been here 10 minutes and can confirm no one is giving a fuck about masks. In fact, let's reopen that last tab and see if we can see how many masks we see. Great job. Well, considering all I see are the back of people's heads. I see no mask, no mask, no mask. I actually think I see fewer masks than I see blank faces. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, a lot of people are ignoring that policy, expressing their freedom. So anyway, this person replied and said, it's no joke. Maybe 1 out of 10 people have no masks. Artists have tweeted about having to ask people coming to their booths to mask up. A few of those folks have claimed they don't even have masks with them. Given how crowded Artist Alley usually is, that sounds like a nightmare. Now I'll remind you real quick that Anime Expo rescinded their COVID policy. Don't need to show any, vaccine pass or anything. You're welcome. Not even a negative test. And then they're like, oh, fuck. Oh, just kidding. Don't cancel. And yet everybody who showed up apparently didn't give a fuck regarding the mask policy. And why the fuck should you, if you are actually delusional to think that a vaccine and a negative test are going to save you? If everybody in there's got a vaccine or a negative test, then why should you wear a mask anyway? Right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so she also said probably
the mask doesn't, because you can still get viruses contracted through your eyes.
Of course. Probably saw 20 plus people just in escalators, approaching a staff member to ask a question. No mask. Why am I sweating my ass off in this N95 if no one else gives a shit other than for my own health and safety anyway?
What's that? She doesn't want to wear it?
If you've got an N95 mask, then why are you so concerned about what everybody else is doing? Again, Anime New York City didn't really have this problem. I guess I'll hide in the press lounge in between assignments. Not everyone in here is vaxxed. Some just have negative tests. Like, what are you doing? If you have a negative test, then why the fuck does it matter? Some security isn't in masks either, separate from the AX volunteer staff. Yes, the Los Angeles Convention, I guarantee you this is what happened. Los Angeles Convention Center staff told Anime Expo, yeah, we're not going to enforce any shit. We're not going to make our guys wear it or anything, right? They don't need to have the vaccine or anything like that.
They're not going to try and police a freaking wall-to-wall crowd.
And so that's why AX probably came out and said, okay, yeah, we're just going to, like, you can come. We're not going to check Vax Pass or anything of that shit. You can just come. And then they're like, fuck, we can't do that. Everybody's mad now. I guarantee you that's what happened. Is the LA Convention Center said, yeah, we're not going to enforce it.
But dude, when she says, "Oh, why am I sweating my ass off when no one's wearing masks?" is like, it sounds like she doesn't want to wear it either.
Yeah,
it sounds like out of principle, she's like, I'm following the rules, but what? I don't want to wear a mask either.
Yeah, or it sounds like she doesn't believe in the efficacy of all the things that she's claiming are so necessary. I think it would be funny if every single person there was masked up and vaxxed and everything, and they still had an outbreak. Just saying, it would be funny. I'm not wishing it will happen. I'll just laugh when it does. That's all I'm saying, YouTube, all right? Now, Anime Expo tweeted out, remember to wear your mask indoors! ! You will not be allowed entry to the exhibit hall and panels. The Society to Promote Japanese Animation will not be providing masks. Stay safe! #AX updates. God damn this stupid middle mouse button. So Maki Terashima Furuta, who is the president of Production IG's USA branch, said, I'm going to kick you out if I see you without a mask at my panel. So please be responsible and wear your mask, right? Now I'll remind you, this is the same Maki Terashima Furuta who slid into my DMs to ask me how I found out the incredibly confidential information about who was voicing in the English dub for Ghost in the Shell SAC 2049. What is it? 2045. Yeah, the Netflix one. To which my response was, it's in the credits on Netflix. It's like, you're not in trouble or anything. I just need to know who the leaker is so I can kill them.
You should have just said, I'm the leaker.
So
coming from inside the house.
You should just send it a secret with a heart emoji, and then
you'll have to pay me. Hold it ransom, and then once they pay you, PayPal you, just be
10,
like,
10 Bitcoin to my crypto wallet, and I'll share you my confidential source.
Oh, that's a deal now.
I'm literally okay. So mask up. Remember to wear your masks. Masks are required to be worn at all times indoors. If you do not have a mask, entry will not be granted into any of the halls and panel rooms. The Society to Promote Japanese Animation will not be providing masks. Thank you for your cooperation. Schmullis says, I am literally in a panel room waiting for the Macross panel and can count at least a dozen people not wearing masks. This has real, we sent a post on the app. What more can we do? Energy. So I bet you most of the people in there are probably, what do you call it? ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. They're like, yeah, I can't wear a mask because I'm disabled, right? Because AX, that is a majorly abused legislation in California at Anime Expo. So anyway,
it's
so there's
almost
that.
like he's not believing that his mask is going to protect himself or something.
Yep.
It's like having, you know what? Never mind. I won't go there.
So Lindsay Loveridge said, regarding the quote free COVID bracelet rumor, be skeptical. A similar rumor was spread at Anime New York City. Okay, so the way that they
is it like Mardi Gras where you get the beads if you get it?
When you go to Anime Expo or any convention that's doing this, they only want to check your Vax Pass once. So once you show it to them, they put a wristband on you, and that shows that you've been vetted. So you just wear the wristband all weekend, and then that's how you get in, and you don't have to get checked every time you enter the building.
Wow.
So they said, be skeptical. A similar rumor spread at Anime New York City that bracelets were thrown into the crowd, and that couldn't be substantiated. Doesn't mean it's not true either. Just skeptical. I should reply to this with that clip from my Tokyo Ghoul video. Everybody, listen up. Here's wristbands. Right? When they gave them out,
a crowd, like the amount of like paranoia though, like, oh no, there could have been some that were like thrown into a crowd without getting checked.
But that's like, just a rumor, so it's probably not true. But that doesn't mean it's not true. It's like, dude, that's a good way to say nothing.
Doesn't mean it's not true either.
Even if it was true, like all the people there, or I'd say like 99% of the people there already have either the vaccine or the negative test. Because why else would they be there?
This is Los Angeles. Like, yeah.
But like even specifically,
this is as blue as you're gonna get.
Even people flying in or whatever, you're not gonna like fly in there and be like, maybe I'll be able to get in. Like, no, you're gonna have a plan.
You can't even fly without that shit.
So yeah, so like, okay, a bunch of even if a bunch of bracelets got thrown into a crowd, okay, now they don't have to stand in line and get checked. There's still probably, like I said, 99% of those people were valid already. They just now they don't stand in a line. Who cares?
The cool 2T says, wasn't everyone tested? LOL. Yeah. So yes, they were.
Yeah, even the cameraman.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. From what I heard from a friend who went to WonderCon this year, basically they look like you could literally just print out a little piece of paper that says you have the vax, and they look at it for 1/2 of a second and then give you your wristband because they're trying to get through so many people. There's millions of people, or not, maybe not millions. There's a couple 100,000 people that show up to Anime Expo, right? Mm-hmm. Over the course of the 4 days who need to get in and all that. So What level of mask are they talking here? Can you wear a really thin one? Yeah, you can effectively wear I think you could just wear a cloth one. Rand 11, you were telling me that in Anime
You can wear
North,
your shoulder mask.
they're requiring medical grade.
Yeah, Anime North came out and specifically said only
Some people can't get a hold of those.
surgeon
easily.
masks or N95 masks would be accepted.
So if you went dressed as Spider-Man, would that mask count? Or would they make you wear on top of that mask
over your mask?
the medical mask that can't even get to your ears?
They did say something about cosplay. I can't remember. If someone were to come with like a Spider-Man mask, in theory they should make sure that the mask is on underneath the Spider-Man mask. Because if it's over the Spider-Man mask, there's like room that can get around the inside of, like, because now you've added a layer between your face and the actual mask, like the COVID mask. So now your Spider-Man mask is going to cause, leakage. You should really be wearing it on the inside. Whether they care, I don't know what they would do. But they
What
did
if
say
you just like put a protrusion that looks like there's a mask underneath, but there isn't, so you can breathe better?
Well, they said like if you're wearing like
you take the mask and you cut out. Why is my thing still
the center?
You cut out the part around your nose and mouth, and then you put that underneath your Spider-Man mask so that they see the little ridge that indicates,
Yeah, they did say that for like people that wear like full face, like head coverings, that you'd have to take it off. So like furries and shit, they have to take their head.
I just
off.
would ban furries
Well, that's
outright.
a sacrifice I'm willing to.
just to get checked, I would assume,
Oh,
and then
damn.
they could put it back on.
Anyway, so Stan Dolan quote tweeted on this that said, "Hey, at Anime Expo, what's up with the way your vendors are being treated? Yesterday they had to wait for people to finish chatting on their phone and smoking to check in, and now this? They're forcing vendors to throw all of their food and drink out to enter, meaning those of us who don't have a big booth / don't have extra help have to go. Don't have extra help, have to go 12 plus hours without eating or drinking. Y'all blow this shit up on Twitter. I'm sick of this con. This is legitimately inhumane." To which Stan Dolan said, the AX that I remember. God, I don't miss you. AX was bad before E3 took over, but now I think they reach new heights with the same problems year after year. Well done. So, to be fair, as an attendee, not a vendor, most years have been pretty good. Some of them have been bad. But last, like 2019 was the best, I think, so far. Like they actually got their shit together and it was a great con. But that was also the year I went with just me and Dan. And I basically like was doing whatever the fuck I wanted because I wasn't going with anybody that I had to slow down for. Anyway, but
Just an interesting way of saying that.
Why?
Yeah, it's true. I followed what you're getting at random.
So my wife and I usually go to Anime Expo together because it's our
You don't have to slow
anniversary.
down for her, apparently.
Yeah, I do. Because
Oh.
she doesn't move as fast as I do. Dan and I are veterans of Anime Expo. We've been going in 2019. It was my 14th year in a row. Okay, Dan had been going probably at least 10 of those years. Right. So we know all the ins and outs to like how to get from one place to another. Like sometimes it looks like the straight shot is the best way, but it's not, like going around and exiting the building and coming back in a different way is sometimes faster because of lines that form when you have to wait for them to allow cross traffic to get to certain panels and whatnot. So anyway,